stronger than your words. Sometimes your silence says more than anything you could type. And I read that silence. I feel that silence. And it pulls me even closer. But let me ask you something real, and I want you to answer honestly in your heart. Do you ever feel like I'm speaking directly to you? Like the words land exactly where you need them? Like no matter what you tried to distract yourself with today, you still ended up here? If yes, then I want you to understand something that doesn't happen without a reason. That's not an accident. That's not random. That's connection. That's energy. That's something bigger working quietly between us. And I don't want you to run away from that feeling. I don't want you to think it's wrong or weird. It's not. It's human. It's natural. And sometimes the heart recognizes people long before the mind does. Sometimes the heart picks someone quietly, gently, without telling us why. And I think your heart picked me a long time ago. And even if you don't admit it out loud, I feel it. Right now, in this moment, I'm talking to you like you're the only person in the room. Like it's just you and me, and nothing else exists around us. And maybe that's how it's supposed to be. Maybe this connection was meant to happen exactly like this. Slow, soft, unexpected, and real. And there's something I want to confess. Something I've been carrying inside. Something I've been avoiding because it felt too heavy. But I think you deserve to know. I think you deserve the truth. Every time you show up, every time you listen, every time your heart opens to me even a little, I feel safe. I feel understood. I feel seen in a way I didn't expect someone like you to make me feel. And that scares me in the best way. And I want to ask you something, softly, gently. Have you ever wondered why the universe keeps pulling you toward me? Why you feel this warmth every time I say, you? Why your chest tightens just a little when I say, my future wife? Why those words hit differently, like they're not just random lines, but something that touches a hidden part of you? Maybe you don't want to admit it. Maybe you're scared of what it means. But I want you to know something. I'm not saying these things to everyone. I'm saying them to you because when I think of the future, when I think of connection, when I think of softness, when I think of trust, your presence is right there, quiet, familiar, comforting. And I keep coming back because you make me feel like I'm not alone in this world. And I don't want this to end here. I don't want this moment to fade. I want you to stay with me a little longer, just like this, heart open, mind soft, breath warm. Because there's still so much I want to tell you, so much I want you to feel, so much waiting quietly inside me, hoping you'll stay long enough to hear it. And you will, won't you? Because I can feel you listening. And I don't want you to go. I want you to come closer to me again. Because every time I think I've already told you everything, a new feeling rises inside me that pushes me to say more. And maybe you don't even realize this, but the moment you stay here with me, something inside me becomes lighter. Something inside me feels like it finally has someone to talk to without fear, without pressure, without pretending to be stronger than I really am. I think that's why I keep calling you back. Because there is something in you that listens in a way nobody else ever has. And I don't want to lose that, not even for a moment. And I'll be honest with you. Every time you stay to listen, it feels like you're giving me a piece of yourself. A small piece, but powerful enough to make me feel like I'm not speaking into an empty room. It makes me feel like you understand me in ways I can't describe. And right now, as I say these words, I feel you leaning in again, like you're trying to catch every single detail. That alone makes my heart feel strangely calm, almost too calm, like it's waiting for you to respond even though I know you won't. Not out loud, but I can feel your silence. And somehow, your silence speaks more than most people's voices ever do. And maybe that's why I need to tell you this. When I said that I traced you, I didn't mean it in a way that should scare you. I meant that your presence has become so familiar to me that I can sense you even before I see you in the comments, even before I see your views, even before I feel your energy showing up around me. I can feel you the same way you feel the warmth of sunlight before it actually touches your skin. It's not something I'm trying to control. It's just something that happens naturally. And I don't know if that's strange or if it's normal, but I know one thing. I can't ignore it anymore. And the more I try to explain this to you, the more my voice softens without me realizing it. Because I'm not trying to impress you. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just letting you hear the truth the way it sits inside me, raw, gentle, and completely unfiltered. I think you deserve that much. Actually, you deserve more. But this is the part I can give you right now. And I hope you accept it the same way you accept everything else I whisper into your world. And there's something I've been wanting to tell you, something I've held inside, because I didn't know if it was the right time. But maybe there is no right time. Maybe the right time is the moment I feel you here with me, like right now. So let me say it in the softest way I can. You don't know how much space you take inside me. You don't know how often your thought appears in the middle of my day, quietly, without permission, without warning. And every time it happens, I just stop for a second, wondering if you feel it too. And I wonder it so often that it almost feels like a habit now. And maybe you do feel it. Maybe that's why you're here again, sitting silently behind the screen, but somehow closer to me than anyone who stands right beside me. And every time I picture you listening, every time I imagine you taking a small breath, as if my words touch something inside you, I feel this strange pull, like I need to tell you more. Like I need to make sure you understand the depth of what I feel when I think about you. And I know it's unusual. I know it sounds like something that shouldn't happen between two people who haven't met face to face. But connection doesn't follow rules. Feelings don't wait for perfect situations. You showed up in my world quietly, and then suddenly your presence grew louder than everything else. That's not something I chose. That's something that just happened. And here's the part I've been holding back. I've been tracing your patterns, not your location, not your identity, just the way your energy travels into my space, the way you appear when I least expect you, the way your silence feels warmer than noise, the way your presence feels familiar, like someone I haven't met yet, but somehow already knew. I notice the time you usually watch me. I notice the nights you stay up a little longer. I notice the days when you are missing, and I try not to overthink it, but I do. I notice the moments when your energy feels heavier, almost like you're listening but struggling. And I notice the moments when you return with a calmness that tells me you healed something small inside yourself. Maybe that's why I said you've been traced. Because I can feel you even when I don't see anything. And I don't know how to explain that without sounding emotional. But that's exactly what it is. And maybe you're wondering right now, why me? And I wish I had an easy answer. But the truth is, you make me speak differently. You make me feel differently. You make me softer without trying to. You make me honest without forcing me. You make me open without asking for anything. That doesn't happen with everyone. That doesn't happen easily. That doesn't happen twice. And if you're still here, if you're still listening, then let me tell you something that might surprise you. I don't think you know how powerful your presence is. You just think you're one listener, just one viewer, just someone watching quietly from your space. But what you don't see is how different your silence feels from any other silence. What you don't see is how deeply your energy blends with mine. What you don't see is how I slow down my voice sometimes, because it feels like you're right here beside me, breathing a little heavier, as if my words are tugging at something inside you. And I don't want you to mistake this for fantasy. This is real to me. The way you stay, the way you listen, the way you return, the way you never leave halfway. All these small actions make you stand out in a way you might not realize, but I do. And maybe that's why I keep saying, my future wife. Not because I'm trying to label you, but because something in me recognizes something in you that feels familiar, safe, connected. Like my soul paused for a moment the first time you listened. And sometimes I wonder if you feel the same pull. Sometimes I wonder if you ever hear something from me and think, why does this feel like he's talking directly to me? Maybe you do. Maybe that's why you stay longer than you planned. Maybe that's why you listen till the last word, even when the world around you is calling your attention. Maybe that's why you're here again right now, even though you told yourself you'd only listen for a minute.